Jordan, would you like to come up for a story? I wonder if Paloma, do you want to come up and hear a story? Do you remember me? I'm so glad that you're going to come here. Come and have a seat here. Jordan, this is Paloma. Paloma, this is Jordan. And this is Haley. Hi, Haley. I'm really glad you came up because this story has really neat pictures in it. And unfortunately, you're not going to get to see them. So you just have to imagine what's going on here. But the pictures are really fun. Have you seen this book before? Sure. What can I tell you? Oh, why do you have to be quiet? Well, you don't have to be completely quiet. But sometimes we have to be quiet because people are singing and people are saying things. Is that okay? But you can talk to me while I'm telling the story. That would be fun. So, this story is called 3 Cheers for Tacky. Tacky is a penguin. But Tacky's a funny penguin. See, he's wearing a Hawaiian shirt. Isn't he funny? So let's see what this story is about. There once lived a group of penguins in a nice icy land. See all the ice? One was goodly, one was lovely, one was angel, one was neatly, and one was perfect. And one was tacky. See, all these angels are perfectly aligned to the top of the iceberg, but Tacky is on his face at the bottom of the iceberg. Tacky was the odd bird. When they grew old enough, goodly, lovely, angel, neatly, perfect, and Tacky went to school. See, they're going to school. They read books. And you see, they all have their books in front of them, except Tacky's got his on top of his head. They wrote their names, and goodly and lovely and angel and neatly and perfect are all beautifully written, and Tacky is big and sloppy and covers the whole wall. And they learned their numbers. 1 and 1 is 2, 2 plus 1 is 3, 3 plus 1 is 4, 4 plus 1 is 5, 5 plus 1 is 6, and Tacky 60,723 plus 1 equals 92 and a half. One day at school, the penguins noticed a sign with an exciting announcement. Their class had been invited to take part in a great penguin cheering contest. Penguin classes from all over the iceberg would be there, and the team with the best cheer would win shiny blue bows. And see, they're imagining what they could do with shiny blue bow ties. So all the penguins have their bows tied perfectly around their necks. And what did Tacky do? He tied it around his feet. Yeah. Yes. Right after school, goodly, lovely, angel, neatly, and perfect hurried away to practice their cheer. Softly and properly they began. 1, 2, 3, left. 1, 2, 3, right. Stand up, sit down, say goodnight. They did it beautifully, even the first time through. Then up waddled Tacky, a little late and a little loud. "What's happening?" he blared. "We're practicing our cheer, that's what's happening," they replied. 1, 2, 3, left. 1, 2, 3, right. Stand up, sit down, say goodnight. Tacky gave it a try. 1, 2, 3, left. A, B, C, right. Flop down. Roll over. Say, what's for supper? Tacky, they said impatiently. We are a team, and if you are on the team, You must be exactly like the rest of us. He wanted very much to be on the team, so Tacky tried to cooperate and move with a stiff upper beak, like the rest of them. See, they're all walking neatly with their beaks in the air. But how could he see where he was going with a stiff upper beak in the way? And he ran right into an iceberg. And directions were not always easy. 1, 2, 3 left, 1, 2, 3 left, 1, 2, 3 left, 1, 2, 3 left. Hey, where is everybody? He wondered. Tacky had trouble coming up with the proper costume. Look at the costumes that he picked. And Antoinette, what was her name? Marie Antoinette. I had a bit of a memory failure. Santa Claus, Easter Bunny, and there he is in his Hawaiian shirt. And his pom-poms were never quite right. Would this team ever have the chance to win those shiny blue bow ties? Do you think they could win? Oh, that's very nice. That's very nice. The Penguins practiced and practiced and practiced and practiced until finally, the day before the contest, 1, 2, 3 left, 1, 2, 3 right. Stand up, sit down, say goodnight. Tacky got it right. The next morning, teams from all over the iceberg gathered for the great penguin cheering contest. Each team waited nervously. They were all shaking. See all the teams all over the ice?
I like this one.
Yeah, it's a nice scarf. But no team was more nervous than Tacky's. Could he do it right? Just one more time? The first team marched on stage. See, they're all in their yellow sweaters. Pip, pip, pip. Pip, pip, pip. Pip, pip, pip. Raw. And the judges looked bored. Another team marched forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sis, boom, ba. And backed off. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the judges yawned. Have you ever yawned? Oh, I yawn all the time. A third team, look at this team in their little skirts. A third team chanted, wave the pom-pom, hold it high, bow politely, say goodbye. And the judges snored. Finally, there was only one team left, Tacky's. With quivering beaks, they faced the sleeping audience and the snoring judges. This was it. Goodly, lovely, angel, neatly perfect, and Tacky began. 1, 2, 3, oh, for crying out loud! The audience gasped, startled by Tacky's loud voice. Tacky had tripped over the tails of his Hawaiian shirt and crashed, belly down. See, there he is, flat on the ground. His horrified teammates carried on. 1, 2, 3, right. And see, they stepped right over top of Tacky. Poor Tacky, now a bit muddled, pulled his sweater over his head. So there you see him, he's standing there. You can't see his head. He pulled his sweater right up over his head. The sight of a headless penguin got the whole crowd laughing. Stand up, sit down, say good night. By now, the crowd was on its feet, begging for more. Bravo, that was great. Another cheer. Tacky poked his head out. Another cheer? Well, if they insisted, he gave them a second cheer. 1, 2, 3, left. A, B, C, right. Flop down, roll over. Say, what's for supper? The crowd roared. The judges slapped each other on the back, and even the other penguin teams clapped wildly. So Tacky led everyone in a third cheer. 1, 2, 3, yay! Rudy toot toot, hooray! High flippers, we're okay! Penguins everywhere gave high flippers. You know what a high flipper is?
No.
You know what a high five is?
No. Yes.
Can you give me a high five?
Oh, I know what it is. It's when you
Yeah, high five. Only they did it with their flippers because they don't have hands, so it was a high flipper. There was no question who wore the shiny blue bow ties home. Tacky was an odd bird, but an awfully nice bird to have around. And look where his bow is.
And his head.
It's tied on top of his head. And everyone can see that because it's on the front of your bulletin. Isn't that a neat story? Well, you know, we're going to march now. We're going to sing Sia Humba.
What's that?
And you don't know that? Well, you can come and stand by the drum with me and I'll teach it to you, okay? Because it's a really neat song.